What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Okay, we're coming back to Babymetal. Yes, indeed, Babymetal Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Okay, this isn't the biggest list I've had, but it's still a pretty big list. All right, this comes as a request from Gary Sugit, CZ75, Draculus666, Yase Metal, KDT Grave Mix Covers, X Delaney, Delayla, yeah, okay, there it is, X Delayla X, Benovip, Benovip, Kupeles Mughal, Kai Easthammer, Ingvar, Freak Show Official, Liang, Smash Stuff 86, Andy LaRubin, John Giacardi, I hope it's Giacardi, Foxy, Tim Sharp, Igor Ariola Fernandez, okay, and Sarah Sanchez. They all want to see me react to this song by Babymetal called Akatsuki. I believe is how it's pronounced, or Akatsuki. Oh, that's it. That's I believe how it is. Akatsuki. Which, from what I understand, translates to dawn or daybreak. So there you go. That's the translation I got. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not heard the song before. This does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a chance I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Babymetal Fans Ecuador, okay? And the video has 13,369 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Babymetal Akatsuki, Budokan Black Knight. Oh yeah, I heard about that. They did a Black Knight and a Red Knight. I remember reading that in the comments. So I guess this is from the Black Knight show. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Whoa! What? Wait a minute. Okay, time out. She started out this deep blue light, spotlight on her, nice, not quiet, but softer, soloistic, pretty song. And now it's kicked into this rock feel, pyro everywhere. You talk about a switch up. I did not see this coming. Did not see it coming. Nice surprise. I'm curious, are they going to stay like this through the whole song, or are they going to come back down to where they had the intro at any point? I'm curious. And another thing, I can't tell. It looks like the stage is spinning. Is there a platform built into the stage that spins around? That is cool. Love that. It would make sense. It looks like they're playing in the round there, which is hard to do, by the way. I've actually done that. I've played in the round where you are literally, there's no back to the stage. It's you have to be aware of all sides of the stage and pay attention to the crowd on all sides. That's not easy. A spinning stage would make things a little easier, but it could also be more confusing. Wow. That was cool, man. That was really cool. I gotta back it up a little bit. That's spinning all right. Playing to the crowd. Fantastic showmanship and production. I mean, they're both going hand in hand. They're not relying on just the pyro to put on the show. And at the same time, they're not relying on her by herself to be a showman. They're both coming together very well, production and showmanship. And that's great. I love it when bands are able to do both and not rely on one or the other to sell the show. Fantastic job. Fantastic job. Now, she has been a great showman. A lot of great movements, dramatic, overly done arm movements, and I like the suddenness. Like, it's very sudden motions, but it follows so like you go big, and then it comes around, and then big, and then comes around, and then big, and then comes around slow. You know, that's huge. That's huge. It sucks the crowd in. And it really does a great job of drawing the attention to everything you do. Because now everybody's on the edge of their seat wondering when the next big motion is going to be. And then as you follow with that slow movement, everybody kind of relaxes a little bit while bracing themselves for the anticipation of what comes next. So, great job. Great job on her motions and movements. Let's keep going. So there's that big arm motion again, drawing attention to herself, drawing the crowd in. Yes, absolutely. Great vocal performance too, on top of it all. I know I've been spending a lot of time on production and showmanship. It's kind of my thing. But her vocal ability is really good. She's not going sharp or flat. It sounds like she's singing right in key, right in pitch, which sounds really good. Everything sounds good that's coming out of her mouth. Powerful, projected, It does sound, if I'm being honest here, okay, I'm just being honest here, it does sound a little thin. Like, it does sound a little, I hate to say pinched. It's not pinched. I think it's just her, I think that's just her tone. I think that's just how she sings. It's not, there's not a lot of bottom end to her vocals. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little more open throat, possibly. But it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound, I want to be very clear about this, because I know a lot of Babymetal fans are probably going to jump at me for making these critiques. It's not a bad thing, okay? It doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound horrible. I'm just saying it does sound a little thin. That's all. It's nothing bad. I'm not slamming her for it. That's just who she is. That's just how her tone is. Could it be worked on? It could be, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot to train someone how to change their tone. That's hard, man. I mean, look, changing your pitch, that's easy. Learning how to hit your notes on pitch and in key, that's easy to fix. Fixing tone, not so easy. It's not easy at all. It takes years to really get it down. So, what she's doing sounds just fine, okay? It's just an observation. It does sound a little thin, but it sounds just fine the way it is. I'm not saying she needs to change at all. I'm just saying if she wanted to change and she wanted to get a little bit of a fuller sound, a little deeper tone, you know, open the throat up a little bit, I think that would help. Drop the jaw a little bit more, I think that would help as well. But what she's doing sounds just fine. I dig it. I dig it. Let's keep going. Nice. Slide up there, I heard that. Hey! Musicians are coming out. Are we gonna hear some guitar solos? I hope so. What is he playing at Jackson? Is that Jackson Rhodes? Anyway, I saw one of the guitar players back there. It looked like he's got like a pink glitter guitar. He was rocking out back there. Always good to see. Look, just because you're in the back doesn't mean you can't rock out. Of course you can rock out. Sure you can. Unless you're specifically told not to. That's happened to me before. I was hired. It was actually for an R&B act. And I was in the back, and I was kind of rocking out and grooving, and the band leader came where he's like, dude, you can't do that. I'm like, why? He's like, because you're taking away the attention from the people up front. And I'm like, so? that's their problem, not mine. But I listened, and I said, okay, fine, I'll just stand here and play. Man, that was boring. It's a good thing they were paying me well, because that was a boring gig. They didn't want me to take away from the attention from the singers that were up at the front. Whatever. In my opinion, if they want the spotlight, they should do everything in their power to keep it and not let me, some lowly bass player, steal it, because if that's the case, they're not doing a good enough job. That's what I think, but whatever. All right, so musicians are moving up to the front, which is cool. Hopefully we're in some guitar solos. That'd be nice. Let's see what happens. Looks like a Jackson beat. Oh, it's an ESP. Okay. There it is, that pink glitter guitar. Coming together! Great facial expressions. Are you crying? Are you crying? Got a little choked up, not gonna lie. Got a little choked up. Seeing the two guitar players trading fours back and forth. Or actually, it wasn't fours, it was more like eights. Trading eights back and forth. Then they came together for that unison solo with the harmonics. Very nice. I love the fact that they got to show off a little bit. They weren't stuck in the back the whole time. They got to come up. They got to show off. That's awesome. On top of it, while they're doing their solos, great showmanship. Fantastic showmanship. Great facial expressions, especially from the guy with the ESPV. I'm sorry. My apologies. It was not Jackson V. It was an ESPV. My apologies. Very cool. Very, very cool. That was fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, they did go back. Nice slide. I dig this bass player. I'm sorry. I've seen his name mentioned a couple times. I dig his style. I really do. He loves to slide, and I'm very much the same way. I love sliding too, but he doesn't overdo it. He doesn't do it so much that it becomes repetitive. He does it just often enough to catch your attention and keep things moving and keep things fresh, which I absolutely dig. I also dig the fact that he plays a 6. I remember that from the other video I watched, Roto Resistance, I think, where he was playing a 6 as well. Got a lot of respect for bass players that play 6. Absolutely. I do myself. I love playing 6-string basses. I will never go back to a 4. Ever. And I've never played 5, so I can't say I would ever go back to 5 because I can't say I can go back because I've never done 5. No, 6 is just so much fun. It really is. You can do a lot with a 6. I love how they went back to that blue light. Everything comes down. Everything's soft. Everything's more subdued. To come back to where we started. I was wondering at the beginning if that would happen, if we would come back to that, and we did. And I'm thrilled that we did. Really nice job. Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. It's very impressive so far. Let's finish this out, and we'll talk about it, and we'll do the usual treatment. You know, we'll go through the pros and cons and all that stuff and come up with a score. Anyway, let's finish this out first. Let's get to it. Great way to end. Good ending. Really good ending. That sudden ending. Without even getting to the downbeat of 1. Just ending on the 4. This was really good. This was really good. I enjoyed this. How much I enjoyed it, I gotta think about that. Let me think about it, and I'll see you in the review, and we will discuss it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Babymetal with Akatsuki. This was a request from Gary Suget, CZ75, Draculus666, Yase Metal, KDT Grave Mix Covers, X Delilah X, Benovip, Kupolis Moogle, Kai Easthammer, Ingvar, Freak Show Official, Liang, Smash Stuff 86, Andy LaRubin, John Giacardi, Foxy, Tim Sharp, Igor Ariola Fernandez, and Sarah Sanchez. That's a lot of people. Okay, I have a score. I will tell you what the score is, and I will give you my reasonings for that score in 5 minutes or less. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, there's some things to talk about. Okay, first of all, where were the other 2 girls? My guess is the other 2 girls were probably taking a break because during the course of a live show, they're doing a lot of choreography, they're doing a lot of singing, and they need to take a breather. So this is probably lead singer Sue Metal. This is her chance to have a little bit of a spotlight while Yui and Moa Metal take a break. Now, where they went, I don't know. Did they go under that rotating stage? Possibly. Did they go to the back behind the musicians? Possibly. Doing shows in the round is kind of tricky because if you want to hide things from the crowd, the only way to do it really is to go down under the stage. Otherwise, someone's going to see something, you know? So my guess is they're under the stage, taking a break, getting some water, and getting a breather. So good for them. Sue Metal's vocal performance on this. I've already talked about it. I'm just going to briefly retouch on it. Her pitch, spot on. Really nice pitch. Great vocalizations as far as word formations and vowel formations. I have no idea what she was saying, but I could hear it all clearly. There was never a point where it sounded mumbled or it sounded distorted or it sounded out of place or I couldn't quite make out what was being said. No, I heard everything that she was saying. I just have no idea what she was saying. Her range, very impressive. Power was there without question. The only thing I would say is if she wanted to get a little richer, fuller, deeper, fuller tone, drop her jaw a little bit, open her throat a little bit. That's it. I mean, her tone did not sound bad at all. It sounded very conducive to what the song was doing. So that's all. Not even really a criticism, just an observation more than anything else. Let's see how Babymetal fans take a little constructive criticism. Let's see how much you want to bet they're going to jump on me. I don't know. We'll see. I've never had them jump on me, so let's see if they do. Let's see. The music, the song, very well written. Now, I heard a lot of piano, but I didn't see anybody back there playing piano, so I'm guessing they used track for the piano parts, as well as probably some other parts as well, some horn hits and, you know, orchestrations and stuff like that. But the guitar playing was nice. I love the fact that the guitar players got a chance to come up to the front of the stage and shine a little bit with some solos. Trading off eights, really cool. Coming together to play unison, harmonized solos, very nicely done. Dug it, absolutely dug it. The other two back there, bass and drums locked in with each other. I love that bass player style. I really do. I love the fact that he plays the six. He's very talented, obviously. But he also not just is talented from a technique standpoint, he also has great feel. He knows when to slide, when not to slide. and he doesn't overdo it, which is important. I've heard a lot of bass players overdo it, myself included. I am just as guilty.
That's the truth.
Back in my youth, I would overdo it, and I would get corrected very quickly by various producers, band leaders, other bands, whoever. They would say, hey, listen, we dig the slides, not so much. So I dig his taste. He's got great taste, great feel. Drumming is rock solid on this. I mean, absolutely rock solid, which is impressive considering how often they would change feel. They did this, like, it wasn't really double time because it was the standard, you know, it was a set. Well, I mean, I guess it was. No, there were parts where they go into double time too. So they had straight time. They had places where the drummer would go into this double kick feel, which was like a double time feel. And then they had halftime feel as well. So they hit all three. Straight time, double time, halftime. Very cool. And they would keep coming back and keep coming back and keep switching it up, keeping the song fresh and new, which is really awesome on their part. The production on this was fantastic. I love that spinning stage. That is very cool. The spinning is cool. The outside stationary. I noticed there was a center disc in there. Does that center disc spin the other way possibly? I don't know. Does the stage as a whole go up and down? That would be cool. Maybe the center disc goes up and down. That would be cool too. There's a lot of things you could do with that, you know. Stages that go up and down with like on an elevator type. There's a lot of things you could utilize with that. I don't know if they do. It'd be cool to see if it does. Maybe you'll let me know. But other than that, I mean, overall, very enjoyable. Now, was this my favorite song for them? No. I'm sorry. Road to Resistance is definitely my favorite song. And as much as I was confused with Gimme Chocolate, I gotta say, Gimme Chocolate has kind of grown on me. It has, especially after I saw the game trailer for Tiny Tina's Wonderland. And I'm seeing the commercial for it, and I'm seeing the game trailer for it, and I'm watching it, and all of a sudden I hear I'm thinking to myself, I've heard this. I know this song. And then I heard the words come, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that Gimme Chocolate song. So, Babymetal are apparently coming out with video gaming now, which is fantastic, and supporting video games, which is awesome. Especially a Gearbox game like Tiny Tina's Wonderland, one of my favorite characters of all time, Tiny Tina. So, I'm looking forward to that game, but it was cool to hear that song being used in that commercial. And hearing it, I was listening to it, I'm like, you know what? That actually it's a pretty good song. It's a pretty good song. Out of all the Babymetal songs I've heard so far, I would probably list this as my third favorite. Road to Resistance, #1, obviously. Babymetal's Gimme Chocolate, #2. And I'll put this at #3. It was strong. It was very, very strong. Doki Doki Morning, I feel like that was kind of popish. It was a little too poppy for me, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was not a bad song, just not one of my favorites. But it wasn't bad in any stretch. But this song, without question, 8.8 all day long, which is a great score. If you're not sure about that, take a look down below at my scoring chart. You'll very clearly see 8.0 to 8.9 is the grading scale for great, okay? This is an 8.8. It's about as high as you can get on the great scale. All right, so an 8.8 is a great score. Take it and take the win, please, all right? 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, that did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.